Before we begin this meditation, I want to speak for a moment about why this practice matters for those of us who work in the field of grief, spirit communication, intuitive perception, psychic mediums and channels, and death doulas, and grief educators, and therapists and medical practitioners are all doing something similar at the energetic level. We are all holding space in the presence of intense emotional fields. We sit with grief, we listen to grief, we witness grief. And sometimes that grief belongs to others, but often some of it may belong to us. And the truth is that unprocessed grief does not stay in just the energetic space, it lives in the body. It will settle in our nervous system, and it may tighten your chest, it may constrict your throat, it becomes heavy in the belly, or it feels like you're carrying a weight on your shoulders. Our intuition arrives through sensation, through subtle shifts in the body. So if the body is holding large amounts of unresolved grief, it can sometimes create noise in the signal. It can create static. Not because grief is wrong, grief is sacred, but because grief needs movement. Just like water, grief is meant to flow through the system, not remain stuck. When grief moves, the body softens. When the body softens, perception, intuition becomes clear. Your channel becomes neutral and more receptive and more stable. This meditation is not about removing grief from your life. It is about allowing that grief to move through the body in a healthy, respectful way so that your system remains clear enough to hold space for others. So think of this as clearing the riverbed so the current can flow again, so the water can flow again. Let's begin. Begin by finding a seated position. Allow your spine to be upright but relaxed. Your hands can gently rest in your lap. And allow your eyes to close if that feels comfortable. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose and gently exhale through your mouth. And again, slow inhale. Allow it to go deep into your belly. And then a soft exhale. Let those shoulders drop. Allow your jaw to soften. And let the body begin to settle. You're not trying to force, not trying to perform, just arrive in your body. Bring your attention to the rhythm of your breath. Feel that inhale as it enters the body. And then feel that exhale as it leaves your body. Let your breath become slow, unforced. Each breath is inviting our nervous system to settle. Every time you exhale, we are allowing the body to release a little more tension. Now bring your awareness gently into the body. Let's notice the weight of our body on the chair or the floor. And notice how your feet are touching the ground. Feel the support beneath you. And allow your attention to scan slowly through your body. Let's begin at the top. Imagine that crown on your head. So let's begin with your head and move down through your face into your neck, gently moving down into your chest and the belly. Our belly can hold a lot. So bring your attention down to your belly and your hips, moving down into your legs and the feet. Simply noticing your body. There's no need to change anything. We're just looking at the different parts of our body. Breathing into your body. Take a deep breath and breathe out. Still relaxed. And now gently ask yourself this question. Where does grief live in my body? Where does grief live in my body? Not the memory of the grief, not the story, not the emotion, just the sensation of grief. And allow your body to answer it. Maybe you notice heaviness in your chest, perhaps pressure in your throat, tightness in your belly, or weight on the shoulders. Or something more subtle. So just observe without judgment, without any analysis. Allow your body to show you where is grief in your body. And it may not be your individual grief. Perhaps you have not been touched by grief, but it could be grief about the world. It could be collective grief. So as you inhale, imagine the breath is touching the place where the grief lives in your body. As you inhale, imagine your breath is softly touching and massaging the place where you have grief. And as you exhale, allow that area to soften. Think about the butter that is frozen. And when you place it on something warm, it begins to melt. It begins to soften. And just like that, we're not forcing anything to leave. We're not forcing grief to leave the body yet. We are simply creating space around it. We are breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, and surrounding the grief with permission. Your breath is surrounding the grief with permission. Now imagine that the grief in your body is like water that has been sitting still for a long time. And still water becomes heavy and stagnant. But water that begins to move becomes lighter. So with each breath, imagine that the grief begins to slowly loosen. It's not disappearing, but it is softening, like ice beginning to melt. So allow the body to release whatever it is ready to release. And sometimes this may feel like warmth. Your body may get really warm or tingling. Or you may feel an emotion come up. Or it may be a quiet shift. However it shows up for you, just welcome it. Imagine that just like a knot that is beginning to untangle, this grief is softening inside your body. And if you are ready to release it, imagine that you are supported by Mother Earth. The ground beneath you is stable and grounded and patient. And by inhaling and exhaling, you can move that grief down, allowing your body to move it down into the earth, into the floor beneath you. You're not forcing it, simply allowing it. It may move down through your hips, through your legs, making its way into your knees and your ankles. And you may see this warmth, this color escaping your feet into the earth, into the floor beneath you. And now bring your awareness back to the center of your chest. You may imagine a soft light. It's in your heart space, so let that soft light be green, a beautiful green light in the center of your chest. And this light represents your natural clarity, your presence, your intuitive channel. And as grief begins to move through your body, imagine this light becoming brighter. It's going to push the walls of your heart. It's going to expand your heart space. Not because grief is gone, but because the channel is becoming clear. It's becoming more spacious. Every time you breathe in and breathe out, allow this light to become brighter. Allow it to expand through your heart space. And now let's take a moment to acknowledge the grief that has lived in our body. Grief often exists because something mattered deeply, because love existed, because trust existed, because connection existed. So we honor that grief without needing to hold it forever. So silently say to yourself, thank you. Thank you for what you have carried. You're free to move now. Thank you for what you have carried. You're free to move now. And begin to bring your awareness back to the breath, back to your room, and feel the body Feel your feet. Just notice how your body feels now, a little softer, a little clearer. Your shoulders are relaxed. Allow your fingers to move. Allow your shoulders to roll if needed. And stretch your back. Take a slow, deep breath. Breathe and fill your body with your breath. Breathing in and breathing out. And let's remind ourselves that grief moving through the body is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of health. And for those of us who hold space for others, tending to our own emotional movement is part of keeping our channel clean and grounded and compassionate. Thank you. Thank you for your practice.